Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Today, we are checking out, believe it or not, one of our favorite tequilas. Yes. You might be looking at this like, really? If you're a tequila guy, you know you're a tequila gal, you know tequila, you know we drink traditionally made tequila. Some of our favorite brands are really traditional made, no additives, none of that nonsense. Basically, field agave juice, right? However, this brand right here, Gran Centenario, the Añejo, I don't know what it is, but this is something I always keep in stock. Yes. If you do follow us, thank you. We appreciate it. You know, we were recently in Mexico. Whenever we travel through Mexico, we then like to, before we leave, hit the duty-free shop, especially if I'm not taking checked luggage. I could just, grab some bottles from the shop, bring them onto the plane, not have to worry about, picking up a bag or anything breaking, right? I say all that why? Because this bottle right here cost about 20 bucks in Cancun leaving the airport. Yes, there was actually a deal going on. It was 3 bottles. I think it was like buy 2, get 1 free, some nonsense like that. Whatever it was, it ended up coming out to $20 a bottle. So got 3 bottles of this, gifted the other 2. Here's 1, and we are about to review this bad boy. This comes in a nice, really nice, especially if you're gifting, just kind of like this, like a tin, like chocolates. I mean, you could reuse this. I took the bottle out because I just could not get this into the shot. Wow. But you can see it goes in there. Really nice branding on this, right? Lázaro Gallardo. Just looking at this gold right here, and overall, just this canister, really, really, really cool. We're about to break down and get into a little bit of what this means, the Selección Suave, right? The soft selection. Going to explain a little bit about that, 38%. I mean, this right here is just the can. I'm going to move this out of the way so we get to the star of the show, the actual bottle. So I started this by saying, yes, this is actually one of my favorites. I mean, I don't know what it is. I just always have a warm spot for Centenario Añejo at the house. Really, really budget-friendly Añejo, especially when I'm making some drinks. The flavor on it, too. I mean, it's not the highest of quality. It's not the greatest of the great. But the reality, for the price, you can usually find this in the States for about 30 bucks. Sometimes it comes with like special packaging, maybe like with a shot glass on the side, maybe a 200 mil of maybe the Blanco we've seen before. But overall, for an Añejo at 30 bucks and for this flavor, personally, it's something I always keep stock in the house. Looking at this bottle, you can tell we bought it in Mexico because you see right here the Nacional sticker. Always comes on bottles that are bought in Mexico. You will not see that in the States, but you will see it when you buy bottles from there. 100% agave, Añejo, again, 38% because it was purchased in Mexico. If you got this in the States, it would be 40%. And overall, pretty dark Añejo. Off the top of my head, and I mean, looking at the website, I can't tell. I don't know how long they aged this, and it doesn't say online, right? Is it only, a year? Well, is it more? Like, what are we aging this to? But it doesn't say, unfortunately. Well, the story goes, though, even though they don't tell us how long, there is definitely a whole lot of story behind Centenario. And again, that Selección Suave. If you look at the website, highly recommend you check it out. GranCentenario.com. Check that out. And there's a story that goes through all the way from 1857. It begins in 1857. Lázaro Gallardo, the founder of this, begins crafting his own tequila at Hacienda Los Camichines, Camichines, using his exclusive Selección Suave process. What is the Selección Suave process? Because if you look to Gran Centenario, I mean, they put that branding everywhere. What it says on the website, the Selección Suave process is a process established by the founder, Lázaro, right? And it says, they're adding older tequila reserves to the blend to achieve extraordinary smoothness and complexity. Beyond that, they don't say anything. So what does that all mean? I'll be honest with you. I'm not even going to make it up. I 100% don't know, all right? But like 90%, it sounds like they're using older tequila reserves. It sounds like they maybe got some extra añejos like hidden somewhere. This brand actually comes from Jose Cuervo. If you guys ever visit the Jose Cuervo distillery in Tequila, Guadalajara, right? You have an option to take a tour, and I highly recommend if you do take that tour, go down, pay the extra money to visit the Reserva de la Familia cellar, right? It's like a cave all the way down, and they have tequilas that are in glass damajuanas, demijohns, right? In glass containers that are crazy, crazy, crazy years old. I mean, I always, what is it? Like, I want to say like 100 years old or something. Like they got like 100-year-old tequila down there just stored in these glass jars. I forget the exact, don't quote me on the 100, okay? Go Google that, go Google that. But it's something crazy like that. They have this, if you've ever been, huge area of glass jars filled with this old tequila that they use in some of their blending, right? Is that the same tequila they're using in this? I don't know. I mean, the Centenario Añejo, even a Centenario line, it's really kind of like a budget quality. You know, they do say that they're producing this in like brick ovens. I mean, you're not using a Tahona or anything like that. Not 100% sure about the additives. We're about to pop it open and check that out together, see what we smell and taste. But I mean, for overall the quality, and especially, I mean, look, the bottle is just, for me, it's gorgeous. I'm a huge, you know, Art Deco person, born and raised in Miami. We got a lot of that Art Deco going on, and that's where this bottle was, you know, conceived from with Art Deco in mind. So overall, just Centenario to us, the Añejo especially, super, super solid. I really enjoy this, all right? So we are about to crack this bad boy open. But before we do that, just to continue on to the story, so 1857, this is founded, right? 1895, Gallardo names his tequila Gran Centenario to commemorate the start of a new century and begins selling it at his tavern. In 1920, Lazaro's son, Luciano, begins to bottle Gran Centenario. He creates the distinctive Art Deco bottle design that we still use today, right? The bottle is adorned with the Angel of Independence, inspired by the Mexican Centenario gold bullion coin, minted to commemorate, I can speak today, minted to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Mexico's independence in 1910. Another reason we really like this bottle is the branding behind it, the story behind it, all right? So there are, I mean, tons and tons of tequilas out there, but we encourage you to read up on, like, again, why is that angel there? Do they just like angels? No, there's a whole story behind it, which is another reason which makes this brand kind of dope. And there's a lot of other brands out there that use imagery like this and artwork too, because I'm huge into art. Another reason why I like it. And, you know, read up on it, especially if it's not the most highest quality of juice, right? The reality is that there is some history to these tequilas. Go out of your way to kind of read about them. Pretty cool, especially all these families being connected. Moving on, the last little bit from the website from 1920, skipping 100 years to 2020. It says, today we remain a family-owned business and carry on the same traditions that were established by our founder more than 150 years ago. So super cool, man. Again, really digging the story behind this, the bottle as well. We got that gold kind of coin up here, the founder's name, 1857. Gran Centenario Añejo, really interesting. Only 695 milliliters, not even, you know, 700, 750, not a liter, which is common. 695, kind of odd. Just some regulatory stuff, that selection process as well, and all of that fun stuff. So we are about to open this bad boy. There is like this foil seal on here with a little peel, so I will peel that. We appreciate you being on this journey with us. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right. Checking out the foil with the angel on there. Super cool. And let's open this bad boy up. It's just a screw top, guys. In the States, it is a cork. In Mexico, it's just that screw top. Why? Because a lot of these tequilas have that pour stopper to kind of slow down the pour, unfortunately. And with that, you're going to get a lot of screw tops. So it is what it is. Let's pour this bad boy out. Again, thank you for being here with us. And yeah, here we go. So, like I said, Gran Centenario Añejo, they do not say, I mean, with all of the heritage and all the story behind the brand, they do not specifically say on the website how long it has been aged for. You know, that Añejo tequila from 1 year to up to 3 years, one shy day, you know, 1 day shy of 3 years. They don't say, but I mean, this is pretty dark. This is pretty dark. Looking at this, I mean, I don't know how long. I would be curious. I gotta go down a little rabbit hole, right? I definitely do. Check it out. See what they're saying. But overall, I mean, the Añejo, they are using American oak barrels. But again, they just don't say how long it's been aged for. Checking out the legs and tiers on this. There we go. You can see it in the back here. Okay, right there. That's really sticky. That's not going anywhere. You can even see it at the top coming up as well. That's really not going anywhere. Super, super sticky. Going to make for a cool mouthfeel. Taking a smell of this. That's something where with Gran Centenario and why I like it. Again, you guys might be thinking like, really? This is one of your favorites? Yeah, don't judge me, all right? It really is, though, not only just because of the price, but the details on it. And it's still, for the price, for what it is, you're still getting quite a bit of agave on there. As soon as I put it up to my nose, I am getting a lot of agave. That cooked agave, which is something that I truly love. So you have people who might, you know, say something, it's Gran Centenario, it's from Jose Cuervo, it's not great quality. I mean, you got these people talking who have never even tasted it before. And regardless of what you think, drink what you like, all right, guys? Don't let anybody tell you you can't drink something. Drink what you like. If it speaks to your taste buds, absolutely drink it. And that's why with the Gran Centenario, you know, drinking it straight, but also I don't feel guilty of using it in a cocktail just because I know it is at a great price point. So back into the nose, you're getting a lot of agave, but you're also getting that real nice balance with the oak, that American oak that they're aging it in. There are some hints of caramel and vanilla, which oftentimes, you know, might contribute to, this might have additives in it. But overall, like, it's not something that's really off-putting. It's not something that's very overwhelming in the sense of, oh man, that just smells completely manipulated. No, the reality is that even though there is some caramel and vanilla on there, even some pepper, cinnamon. They even claim, like on the website, like chocolate. Let me go back. They claim, oh, you can get even like chocolate smells in there, caramel and nuts, right? I mean, the reality is you're getting a lot of oak and a lot of agave. And that to me is absolutely awesome. All right. So I can sniff this all day. I'm still here with it. All right, guys, I'm about to take that sip. Cheers. And again, thanks for being with us. Here it goes. So that Selection Suave, right? This does go down pretty easy. However, the byproduct of that, not a whole lot of depth going on, right? It does go down pretty easy, but it does kind of taste watery. So with that being said, you know, those flavors of vanilla and caramel, they're not super overwhelming. You're still getting a lot of that oak first and foremost up front, but it's still quite a bit of agave as well. So it's, you know, overall, that is a pretty decent pour, and you're not going to feel bad drinking this and drinking this and drinking this compared to maybe like a real traditional $80 bottle of Añejo. One of our favorite brands goes for about 80 bucks. They're Añejo and, you know, traditionally made, crushed with a tahona, things like that. I'm gonna, you know, like, I might not drink that as much as I'm gonna drink this. I feel like drinking an Añejo, I'm going straight for this. Why? Because when I finish that bottle, I'm not gonna feel as bad. Let me take another sip on this. Oh yeah. Some of that black pepper coming in, a little bit of that cinnamon as well. And I could do chocolatey. If I had some chocolate next to it, some real like dark cocoa, right? Not really processed milk chocolate, some dark cocoa, maybe like a 70%. I could definitely see this being about like a 70% chocolate. I know that might sound like super specific. Believe me, go get some 70% chocolate. I don't make this up, guys. Get some 70% chocolate. Go try this next to that, and it's definitely gonna be that flavor. I can taste that. But overall, what I love about this, even though it's not like overwhelming in flavor, kind of watery, goes down really easy. As I talk, something that I'm left with is some of that oak, is some of that cinnamon. And again, that's why I truly love this, because it is kind of like a different flavor. It is a different vibe. You don't always have to drink the most expensive, the most traditional thing. Drink what you like. And for the reasons, hey, can't nobody tell you that you're wrong, right? So are there a lot higher quality traditionally made tequilas than this? Absolutely. Not going to argue that. However, for about 30 bucks, and in my case today, $20 for this, all day, every day, I'm going to buy those bottles, right? Why? It's just such a nice balance of flavors, oak, agave, cinnamon, black pepper. You're getting some of that vanilla and caramel, but it's not overly done. It's not sweet at all. This is not a sweet tequila. Do not get me wrong, guys. Does this have additives? I have no idea. Would I question? Probably, just because of the brand and some of those nose notes and flavors. But the reality is that it's not overdone at all. It's not overwhelming. It's not overbearing. If there are additives, it's kind of complimentary. And I say that especially because it's not sweet. It still retains the taste of agave. It still retains the taste of an oak, probably why you're going to be drinking an añejo as well. And in reality, it just makes for a killer cocktail because it does truly let that agave shine through still, and also that oak. These make some killer old fashions, Negronis as well. You know, make a tequila Negroni. Check it out. Very complimentary. Also, too, that 38% here, I think is really what's adding it to even more tasting watery-ish. Again, that selection suave, you know, they're really making it a point to kind of make it, that's their marketing. It just goes down so easy, right? But the reality is, what is smooth? I don't care. Give me something that tastes like oak in an añejo. Give me something that tastes like agave. And this is doing that. For 30 bucks all day, every day, Grand Centenario. We appreciate you guys. Cheers, salud. And we appreciate you being with us. You can see we poured ourselves another drink, all right? So with that being said, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk, all right? I'm going to finish this out off camera, and we appreciate you being here. Take care, everybody.